Hi friends, I've made a slight change in my presentation of video and I'd be coming to the point straight to the pen review rather than all the earlier jazzy introductory music and the snapshots. Do tell me in the comments if you would want me to go back to the previous one. This I've done basically to just ease things out. This review is of a pen which I had brought quite a long time back. This was at a Pelican hub which the Pelican had organized last year towards the end of the year, and we'd met some very good people around in the Delhi NCR area. And here I happened to meet the owner of a company called Kanpur Writers, and this is a family owned company and by Mr. Avasthi, and then they do have the manufacturing of OEM manufacturing of quite a lot of pens in both Indian and foreign markets. On their own they are having two models with them, and one is a Kanwrite. The term comes from Kanpur Writers, and Kanwrite Heritage, which is this, and Kanwrite Desire, which I would review later on. I had been wanting to review the pen for some time, but I didn't because I was sort of stuck with the choice of nib with this. So I ordered quite a few, got them ground and custom from our nib meister, and then this becomes something really good to talk about. Not that otherwise the pen doesn't have its merits. It's a very good quality, a good quality pen in at a very low price, entry level kind of a budget, and the nib job is it's superb. We'll come to that in some time. This pen was available at a cheaper price than in the market, and it didn't come with a box. It was simply wrapped up in a small polythene wrap. I'm not very sure what the packaging is if you usually buy it from other sources. The pen retails on a couple of websites, and you can also directly write to the kanpurwriters.com. I'll mention everything while I'm doing the writing sample. The pen, if you've been around in fountain pen network for quite some time, you would know, and there are no points for guessing what this pen reminds you of. It is a take on the Aurora Optima, and there are certain changes, and it does retain a few of the design inspirations from them. But then for the price for which this is available, I think it's damn good. The pen retails at certain websites for about 1700 or 1800 Indian rupees, and it has a lot of nib options, which I would mention as we go on. The finial has this turban shaped plastic top which can be unscrewed, and then this ring of the clip can come out of this. I won't open it, this is just for demonstrating that it can. The ring is I don't know, it's not it does have Kanwrite, as you can see, Kanpur Writers, and this comes from their firm. It does look pretty odd to me, but it is pretty stiff and it's a functional clip. Not very happy with the kind of a nose like projection at the lower ball end. That's how you have it. The trims are good otherwise, and you have a small you have a thick band at the bottom saying Kanwrite, and that's just about all. The pen is available in multiple colors. Here you see a two-tone black and red appearance, and this red is quite good, not right into your eye kind of a thing. The body has a small ring at the bottom, and then you have this cap again at the bottom. This is just a twist on cap which has this is a piston filler, by the way, let me tell you. So you have this knob and you can twist and fill the pen with the piston filling mechanism. It opens up to reveal a ink window. Yes, in 1700 you get all this, a piston filler and an ink window, and you have the ink window being bordered by two small rings, a bit of threads which are not at all prominent. You have a flaring section and tapering and flaring section, and then you have the nib unit. The Nib unit comes in both steel and now they've come up with the gold and the flex options are also. This one is a double broad, and they have the whole lineup from extra fine to a double broad. They do custom grind also. You have oblique, right foot, left foot, and a lot of choices available, and you can ask them directly and they'd be very happy to oblige. This one was ground by the Nib Studio, and there's something about this nib which is pretty surprising. The pen has a pretty decent filling capacity, almost right up till here, if I'm not wrong, and it does hold decent amount of ink. I think just about an ml or a 1.5 ml. The pen is got a good dimension and it's got a good girth, and it also posts pretty securely. One of the viewers had mentioned that I should be having a small scale for comparison. So if you are into centimeters, there you have. And if you want another pen for comparison, this is one of my another EDCs nowadays, filled with basted blue, if you would know that. And here you have the size comparisons. Okay, anything else which I'm missing? Probably not. So I would come to the best part. So what is so good about this pen? Oh, by the way, this is not an ink spill. We had a vote for elections for our national parliament, and this is where I went today. This is Kanwrite Heritage, and this one was a double broad nib which has been ground by the Nib Studio with a 2-on-1 grind, and in forward you have this brilliant architect grind, and on the reverse you would find a fine tip. How about that? All these videos I've been writing reverse and I've been questioning myself, what is this fun thing all about, and probably never ever have I had a good decent writing, a reverse writing with a pen. This one is custom. It's fantabulous, to say the least, and you'd be surprised that there are other options also available for reverse writing. You can have a oblique on one side and a simple broad on the one side. You can have a broad cursive italic on one side and broad on the other side. So the Nib Studio, manned by Mr. Jaspreet Gill, does that job. I think he charges about 750 rupees, which would be about $11 for a grind on a steel nib, and the charges, if I'm not wrong, does not pretty much vary with if you want to get a 2-on-1 grind. Okay, a bit of writing more with this because I enjoyed writing with this pen. Reverse. So there you have a single pen performing these two writing samples, and we have a brilliant wet nib tuned so optimally for the writing, both in front and reverse writings. For an architect grind, the line variation is very good. Obviously, the line would this you have to have your custom angle being provided to the nib master for doing this kind of a job. And the in an architect grind, you would have the foot of the nib pretty much like this. So this is the area in contact, and this is generally the sharp part, and this time the nib has been modified like this. So while this part is writing as the architect grind, this part is writing as the simple fine line. It is a lovely writer. I don't want to flex this nib this time, and it is an ultra smooth and wet writer as well. There is a term which I came along some time back. It is called a phantom drag, and the way I understood that was, if the tip of the nib blows into the paper while writing, you would have a kind of a draggy feel to your writing, which is different from feedback. It is not scratchy, it is smooth nonetheless, but you would still feel a kind of a drag. For a custom grind on the reverse side, I found that there is a bit of a phantom drag on the reverse. So I tried writing it on a lot of general papers on which I write, and I found that to be there, not uncomfortable, but a perceptual kind of a drag on quite a lot of papers. But the architect grind was spot on, because that was the primary grind and this was the secondary grind, so there was a bit of change on that. Before I forget, I wanted to mention kanpurwriters.com as the site from where you can also get this pen done from the pen world, but for grinding you would have to contact the nib studio, who is on Jasprit Gill, who is on Instagram also, and I think I've shared his details previously in few of the videos. A big thanks to Jasprit, because this for this job I was not charged. It was a sweet gift from him on Baisakhi Day, which is a festival we celebrate in Punjab in North India. Thanks a lot, Jasprit, and I must say that this is one of the best nibs which I've come across, which does a primary and a secondary writing jobs so perfectly well. I hope you like this video. I've done away with the frills, and now I come to the end of this. Do let me know how you liked it. See you next time around.